last year, if you were here, I challenged the students to be a few things. And I thought I would review that today. I challenged the students to be curious, kind, engaged, helpful, expressive, and most importantly, to be yourself. And those are important things to do. And today I wanted to add one more to the graduating class of 2011. And what I wanted to say was, I want you to also be creative. And a lot of people don't really understand what creative is. Most people think it's all about coming up with brand new ideas. But in actual fact, everybody starts with copying ideas and then the ideas grow from there. Musicians don't start making their own music until they've played other people's music. Many people, like Mr. Ford, who people think invented the automobile, didn't actually invent it. He took the automobile that was already invented, he took the idea of the assembly line and the pieces all fitting together that are replaceable and put them together, and that's what gave us the cars that we drive today, many of us drive today. And so creativity comes from taking other people's ideas and kind of expanding on it. And what I'd like to do is tell the grade 9 graduating class that I think it's their job now to go out and be creative. And that's something they've already done this year. So they just finished a project that was called the Flat Classroom Project. And they did this with several other schools, 2 in Canada, 2 in the United States, 1 in Hong Kong, and ours in China. And they got together and they all studied a book called The World is Flat. But the book wasn't about the world being flat as having an edge that you can fall off. It was about being flat in a different way. And what our students did was they showed in very creative ways how it is flat. So I'll use their creativity to talk about being creative. We'll start with Ellie, who shared the idea of globalization. And she said that the world is getting smaller, and we are connecting with more people, and we're all around the world having the same products and ideas. And Mr. Leppert knows a little bit about that. And Julie shared the idea that we live in an amazing connected world, and that connected world is with us all the time. We have phones that are connected to the web, and it seems like no matter where we are in the world, we are connected. And Olivia shared a little bit of frustration in trying to do the project and realizing that it was kind of hard for all the people to meet face to face. And so what she did was they planned and they met digitally, which is something that's a lot easier to do now. And she also talked about how the web is now about building relationships. It's not just about building websites. And Yuna kind of expanded on that about something called Web 2.0, where she talked about the idea that we are connecting socially. Before all these students in here were born, the only reason we would go to the internet was to find information. And now, as Una mentioned with Web 2.0, now we become the creators of the information. Alex shared that unlike me, who used to just go to Google for searching, Google can do a whole lot more. And he found some creative ways to use Google. And Ted realized that you don't just watch YouTube videos, but you actually interact with them, and you get to upload and create your own videos and share those ideas too. And those are ways to be creative. And Tom shared about social entrepreneurship, which is the idea of not just going and exploiting the web, but actually using it for good. And I loved how he had organize, create, and manage a venture written onto this drawing that he shared. And that's exactly what our grade 6s and grade 5 and 6s did. They didn't do it online, but they did it face-to-face with the fundraisers and fun fairs that they did for relief after the Japanese earthquake and tsunami. And so we understand how we can connect and how we can be socially caring in a world either on and offline. And so schools changed. It used to be that we had 4 walls surrounding our classroom, and they kind of defined the space. They told us what we did. We had textbooks in there, and that was the closest we got to seeing the world. was color pictures inside of a textbook. But now, the world has become our classroom. And with the Flat Classroom project, I think that our grade 9s demonstrated that, and they did it in a very creative way, each creating their own videos and sharing it not just with our school, but with the entire world. And so, I challenge everyone here to continue to be creative. And there's so many opportunities to do that. And while you do that, while you're creative and you're working online, I want you to think about leaving a good digital footprint. Think about what you leave behind. Think about the impressions that you leave. And all those things I mentioned earlier, challenging you to be engaged and curious and expressive and now creative. It doesn't matter if you do those online or if you do those in our world face-to-face and in this room. Your actions need to be helpful and kind at all times. And so, I'll leave you with one final thing, because I'm known to talk a lot about technology, but we don't have to have technology on all the time. Sometimes it's okay to be alone, and more importantly, sometimes it's important to be with your friends, to connect, to have face-to-face relationships, and to have meaningful opportunities where you're unplugged and you're worried about the person next to you more than your phone or any other electronic device. So that's something that you want to keep in mind. And so I say now to all of the grade 9s, farewell. You will be remembered. It was a very special year, and I think that you were fabulous leaders. Thank you for all that you did. The only thing left to do is to say congratulations, and of course, to all of you, thanks for a fabulous year, and I'd like to just say goodbye.
Goodbye.再见. Ciao. 안녕. Sayonara. Kudafes.
Thank you.